What's going on, guys? It's Tanuki Teddy here, and I got my co-host Holden in the house for the second part of our October Spooktacular. Oh, our skeletons are like freaking out, man. We're like ready to go with their no necks, and it's gonna be a great time. So today we're gonna do a review of the movie we just went to tonight, the premiere, and it's the movie Happy Death Day. So Happy Death Day, it's not actually a horror film, it's more of a thriller mystery film. I think that's what the category of it is, but it's a very entertaining film. And the plot of the movie, you can go into the plot, and it's very intriguing, honestly. It's a good movie, really interesting how it pans out, you know.
So you start off with this woman, Tree. She wakes up, kind of that stereotypical college girl wakes
sorority chick, you know. She just was drunk the night before.
Wakes up in another guy's room. She's, that kind of bitchy girl, and she just wants a GTFO.
Yeah, she doesn't want anything to do with her.
No. Notices all these things are on campus. It's her birthday. Wow, that's amazing. Happy birthday to you, Tree.
Which she's not happy about.
Oh, she won't be happy. So, later that day, she goes to a party. And as she's going there, there's a babyface guy, not the singer. And he approaches her, and she's like, yo, I'm gonna call the police, boy.
Yeah, you back off, you know. She, it's like this, she runs into this music box thing that's in a tunnel. On her way to the party, and this guy with the mask comes out, and she threatens him, like you said, and he kills her. And what happens is she wakes up, and it's the same day. It's her birthday again. The same things happen. Her phone goes off. Her dad's calling her. Carter hits his head on a desk. She walks out the room. The roommate constantly says something about her vagina or something. Sprinklers go off, the whole deal. Car alarm goes off, the same exact thing. Goes through the day, people say the same lines and everything, but obviously, well, not obviously, but what needs to happen is she needs to find her killer, find out who it is, and stop them from killing her. Which is pretty hard, actually. It's harder said than done. And it kind of keeps you on the edge of your seat because you don't really know who the killer is. But we suspect different people right off the bat.
Oh, yeah.
Who did you suspect right away?
Right off the bat, it was the first person I saw, Carter. You wake up with him, I'm like, alright, he probably already has a vendetta against her for some reason.
Yep.
Throughout the entire movie, I was just thinking, oh, yep, you're the next suspect. You must be a character in the movie. You're a suspect.
Right.
Just because you don't know.
And part of the problem is, Tree, she's not a nice person.
Oh, no.
She's a bitch, to be honest. That's how I describe her. She's not nice. She's not kind to people. She treats people like dirt. And her roommate obviously feels that way. You can tell right off the bat. This guy who seems to be interested in her right off the bat, not Carter, but another guy, and she just blows him off, and you can tell that bothers him, so you keep going through wondering who it's going to be. And we haven't spoiled anything yet, but that's the basic plot of the movie. I think we need to talk about characters, though. I would say Tree, I already described her, not a nice person, but her background, she has family problems.
Yeah.
Her mother died and passed away a few years before all this happens, and she's just kind of mad at the world, I'd say. So she's just kind of flip switches, and I would say that's why she's the way she is. What about Carter, though? You can talk about Carter.
Carter is your typical nerd who was shocked to be in a room with a kind of almost half-naked girl.
Right, and she's beautiful, you know?
So he's kind of clumsy around her and kind of shy, just awkward, but fun awkward.
Yeah, and but he's a really nice guy.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, and Tree goes to him, I mean, and tries to explain this whole thing to him, and he's the only person who would really understand what's going on, because, you know, think if I came to you, I'm living the same day over and over again, you're probably not going to believe me, but, you know, if I showed you all these things happening, you probably would, you know, if I could name everything that's going to happen.
The car alarm, the sprinklers,
all that stuff. Yeah. So, anyway, Tree, I was going to jump back to, I would say Tree and Carter are really the focal point characters of the whole thing.
Yeah.
But Tree, she learns a lot about herself. I mean, I think you would if you lived the same day over and over again, because you're learning more about how you treat people, how you feel about your life, and et cetera, et cetera. There's so many things you'd learn, I feel. If you were living through the same day, how would you feel?
Oh, geez, I would hate it.
It'd be hard.
Oh, yeah.
You know, same thing, especially with that kind of end. But now we're going to go to the spoilers of the movie. That's the gist of the movie itself, but spoilers. All right, so if you don't want to hear these, you can turn off the video now. But
Bye.
You can begin with the spoilers if you would like.
So, in my opinion, when we got towards the end of the movie, we found out that there was a murdering psychopath
on the loose who's killed tons of college-aged women and stuff in the past.
Mm-hmm. And when I heard this, I thought, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
This is one of the most stupid twists in a movie. A character you never talked about is just randomly the villain. You've got to be kidding me. It
was very frustrating when I heard that at first, when I thought,
yeah.
oh gosh, this is the guy that's been killing her over and over again.
And she spends, 2 flashbacks doing this?
Yeah, basically, yeah, so she's in the in a diner with Carter, and it comes on the news that this guy's on the loose. And it's just, I was frustrated because, man, I'm like, oh, that's not cool at all. But then when the next sequence of events happens, it kind of blows you away, I'd say.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
So, you get to the point where she ends up killing the psychopath murderer.
Well, yeah, yes.
Yes.
Well, there's kind of two.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, there's one. Okay, she really hurts the guy.
Yeah.
In what, a clock tower, was it?
Yeah.
Really hurts him. And, but then she's like, oh crap.
Carter kind of died earlier.
Yeah.
If I don't reset time, then
Carter can't come back. And she really likes Carter now because she's learned that Carter didn't actually sleep with her. That night. She was so drunk, and he just let her sleep in his room, which she really appreciated, and he's just really nice, and she's finding that out. But anyway, she finds out, Carter dies from the killer. Then she's like, crap, I can't kill this guy now, and I have to reset time. So she goes up the clock tower and hangs herself. So she can relive the day again, but I don't know. You can move on to what actually happens with the big plot twist and everything.
So, next day comes around. She's being baller like usual, going around just having a gay old time, you know.
Yeah.
And then that night, she dresses up Uma Thurman, badass.
She wants to kill him, you know. Knife, plot, you know, whole thing.
Oh, yeah. You know, gone up to the police officer, you know, give me your gun type thing.
I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, I was like, are you sure you want to live through this day after, you know, threatening a police officer? But whatever. You know, and they have an epic fight in the hallway, you know, cool little watch, shows when the power's going out. Very, very clever. I see what you did there. And, you know, kills him. But then she goes back home and celebrates with Carter. You know, it's her birthday.
She found the killer, right? And I was not expecting this at all. the next thing to happen, which this is what, to me, blows me away with the movie, because I thought, oh man, you know, this is so stupid with how it's going to end. And then her and Carter split the cupcake that her roommate had given her, her roommate Lori, who we initially thought might be a suspect of the killer, you know, but the plot kind of leads you away from her. And then, okay, they split the cupcake, they eat it, and then she goes to sleep and wakes up, and it's the same day again. It's her birthday. And I thought, what? What happened? And I thought it was interesting how she put it together, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. So she put together that her roommate Lori actually poisoned the cupcake and died during her sleep. Now,
I wouldn't have guessed that.
In the theater, I just assumed, wow, this really sucks for her. She's going to have to keep reliving the same day.
I thought maybe it's an endless loop.
Yeah.
You know, until she dies.
Yeah.
Completely. Because she gets weaker every time. But that plot twist, though, I don't know. That's what blew me away. What else do you have to say about it?
I was baffled. I was like, well, how did you even put that together, Nancy Drew?
I wouldn't have guessed it.
I did not see that coming. You know, they had their little brawl, of course.
Oh, yeah. So the next day, she is mad because she instantly puts it together. Well, the same day, right?
Yeah, it's the same day.
So she approaches Lori and is like, yeah, you know, that cupcake you're going to give me, it's poisoned and all this stuff, and she can feel like the hate coming from Lori, you know. And then they get in a big fight because Tree basically explains everything that Lori's going to do. And that part was really entertaining to me. I'm like, yeah, you get her. And then she actually kills her. End of the story. Day ends. Next day happens. Carter kind of pranks her with thinking it's the same day again, which I laughed at because I thought, oh my God, not again. But something I thought was interesting. So one of the days that she relived, she went around like apologizing to other people and tried to become a better person. And she apologized to Lori on one of the days, and this is what I thought was very interesting. She gave a very sincere, heartfelt apology to Lori, and I thought Lori kind of, you know, received it. But looking back, think about it. She still let the guy kill her. I mean, that's really brutal. This chick is psycho. Think about that. That's nuts. I don't know. It's stuff like that about this movie that make it really cool, because it makes you realize how people think, you know, and different aspects of if you were in an endless cycle. Like, it's just a unique concept. I don't know. What would you rate the movie?
7.
7?
Point. 7.5.
On the dot.
Period. On the dot.
7.75 is what we're going to give it. Great, entertaining movie. Some of it is a little redundant.
Yeah, you have to be careful with that when you're redoing the same day. Yeah, it's interesting seeing her reactions, but sometimes it's like, let's move it along.
Yeah. Some of it, it's just kind of, you get a little burnt on it. It's like, you get frustrated with her too, because it's like, the first few times, come on, do something different. You know, you're living the same day. Like, I get it the first couple times if you kind of do the same stuff, but she takes the same baths and all that. And I'm like, come on, you gotta do something. And she eventually does, but that's what kind of frustrated me. And her character in general, I mean, I like how she became a nicer person.
Oh, gosh.
Definitely, but just, at first I really did not like Tree as a character. She just, I can't stand people like that just treat others like dirt. But at the end of the day, she's a better person, for sure. Because you learn a lot about yourself if you relive the same day. But
16 times.
Yep. Pretty fun. Anyway, I really like the movie. 7.75. Not a perfect movie, but good and entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
What would you compare the movie to?
Live, Die, Repeat with Tom Cruise.
That I need to see that movie, but it's a lot like that, you'd say.
Oh, yeah.
So, hey.
Not Groundhog's Day.
No, I haven't seen that. But definitely check out Happy Death Day. I'd recommend it. It's good for this time of year. Get that suspense mystery killer on the loose. And that's all I got to say. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Tanuki Teddy with his co-host Holden. And we will see you guys in the next review. Peace out.